They said y'all got a Kansas.
Welcome.
This is our Kansas now.
Oh my goodness. Welcome. Welcome to the Lit Library. It is Jaleesa. We are back.
Where our song at?
Welcome to the Lit Library.
I don't think. Okay.
This is what happens when you put me on the spot. What? Hi guys. Chandra. Hello. How you doing?
Okay. Hey.
Catch me off guard. I'm great, friend. How are you? I bought new Legos today. How are you?
I'm great. Bree, how are you? How's our nephew?
I'm good. He's good. We doing good. We having a good day. So
That's good.
We almost to the finish line, right?
we
Almost
are.
there.
They're baking.
We are
Any
almost
day next week.
Prayers
It's
up.
any day.
You got this.
Yeah.
And do CM Barnes. Hello.
Hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. I had a
Happy
good day. My baby competed in Science Olympiad.
And
Okay. And they did well.
good.
Great.
They did well. She's excited to compete next year. And my baby boy gave me a kiss on the lips unprovoked.
Oh, come on, progress. We love that.
You know,
Yeah.
we celebrate
I
Taj's
know. I had a
wins.
good, and like his sister was bragging on him because I got a text message like Taj could count to 300. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah. And my best friend was like, yeah. London was like, yeah, my baby brother is smarter than a lot of people at 4.
She's right.
He can count to 300 and he skip counts by 2s, 4s, 5s, 9s, and 11s. And I was like, period. He do.
I just want to remind everybody, if y'all have been listening to this show for a minute, they were saying that this baby was not about to speak. They said this was a non-speaking baby, and that baby is speaking words. Don't listen to what them doctors tell you.
Baby,
They
he's speaking
absolutely
words
do.
and he chan. Okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
And he like peace. He's a flower child. But they said it was up and down if he would ever actually be verbal. But he's actually becoming more verbal by the day, and he is showing signs of being mathematically gifted and recognizing patterns and formulas and things like that. So I listen to the doctors, but I don't listen to the doctors. I listen to their solutions, and we got solution oriented. And now he rocking and rolling and giving those people down to the school hell. But that's their business. From 7 to 1:45. That's y'all kid.
That don't have nothing to do with you.
So I'm having a great weekend. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Good. And you look real rested, so I'm sure you will be as much of a menace as you always are this evening. I'm excited to see what comes out of your mouth. D.A. Trinfro, hello.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm much better. I slept a day away so that I could get that migraine monkey off my back. And now we are here. Everybody's looking beautiful tonight. So happy to see y'all faces.
Yes. And as you all know, we have spent this February on the road to Black Romance Book Fest. We have been chatting with some legends, and we bring you yet another one this evening. I'm gonna be quiet though. I'm gonna toss this over to my good sister, Chandra.
Okay, so like I have said before, y'all know this lady because I speak her name in all the rooms that I go into. She's a legend in Black romance, like just Black romance in general, and absolutely a legend at Black Romance Book Fest. I can't wait for her to get all her flowers when she gets there. But the lady who raised me when we come to Black romance, the legend in Black romance, the lady who has been in the game for 31 years, okay? If you have ever read a Black romance book, you have read this woman's catalog. So, without further ado, we are going to introduce Miss Brenda Jackson.
Welcome to the Lit Library.
Thank you.
We're very happy to have you here.
Super excited.
I'm happy to have you here.
even my husband was excited. He just wanted me to tell everybody that he hopes that we know that we are truly very special to get legends like you and
Yes.
Miss Donna Hill, Miss Beverly Jenkins to come and sit down with us and have
Mhm.
important conversations. Like even he excited. And he
Yeah.
an anime nerd. You know what I'm saying? So if he excited, I know it's a big deal.
But
Not you using him as the litmus test.
For sure. Because if I'm truly excited, he gonna see what I'm excited about.
No. Yeah.
So
That's real.
yeah, he's
That's real.
excited. We are really glad to have you here. Okay, over 150 books in your catalog, right? And so
Yes.
the thing that I want to ask you as an icebreaker, when you've written that many books, what has been one of your favorite tropes to write?
Well, my favorite trope, second chance romances. And the
Yeah.
reason I love second chance romances, because I like the idea of, first of all, someone breaking up for whatever reason. They could be high school sweethearts, college sweethearts. They could be people who were married and now divorced. I love the thought of them getting back together, me being able to work out their problems and
Mhm.
to get them back together. In fact, one of my biggest disappointments in a movie was The Way We Were with Barbara
Mm.
Streisand. It was always my dream, always my hope. And I even wrote to the movie people who did the movie while Robert was alive and say, you know, it should not end that way. You know,
Y'all gotta
Yeah.
put them back
they got a
together.
daughter who basically is about to get married, and they say they do. I say, yeah, she was born right before they got a divorce, and I would like to see him show up at the wedding single, her planning the wedding older, and they realize all those years apart. And it could be called The Way We Still Are. I don't care what you call it. They need to be together.
To be back together.
Yeah.
Miss Brenda, you was about to do a BBB complaint on this movie.
He said, "This is
Well,
actually not gonna work
they
for
were
me."
on Oprah when Oprah had a show for the 25th anniversary of The Way We Were. They were there together. And somebody asked them, will y'all ever do another movie? They say, we might do another movie together, but we're not going to say we're going to do do anything
Mhm.
because that's the way it was written, the script was
Mhm.
written, and they see it as perfection. I'm like, no, it's not perfection. Y'all didn't end up together. So anyway, it didn't happen. Robert is gone to the great beyond. Barbara is still here, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I wouldn't want another person to play Robert Redford. So
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
go back to your
I do.
question. Yes, second chance romances.
You could do a lot with second
You
Oh
chances.
can.
yeah,
You
definitely.
Can.
can, and you can craft them in some very intricate, creative ways. Could be divorce or one person single, one person divorced, widows, widowers. You know, that's my jam. I'm gonna kill off your first love because that wasn't your best love. Come get somebody new. Find some new love. But
That's the
also,
thing.
I do like second chances where people split up
Mhm,
and they do fix it and they heal and they mature
mhm,
and then they realize that they're still in love. Like it do give me the warm and fuzzies.
yeah,
It
You
do.
just
Them
wrote a
yeah,
book
getting
like
to
that.
know each other
I did.
again. I love that.
yeah,
Yeah, the version of you that exists, not that the version of you they once had. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
my favorite.
yeah.
So you like to write second chances. What's your favorite trope to read?
Marriage of convenience. Because when
Okay.
people get together for whatever reason, maybe it was put in the will. They need to be married for so long before they could collect the money, or the girl is pregnant and they don't think they love each other. It was a one night thing, but
Oh yes.
he feel like he need to marry her,
Yeah.
because that's the honorable thing to do. business arrangements, marriages, whatever it is. But during the process, it's only supposed to be for a year, 2 years, or whatever. You go your way, I go mine, open marriage. But in the end, they fall in love. They
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
make the marriage
Yeah.
a real marriage. So I love reading those types of stories.
Yes. Yeah, that is fun. Especially because a lot of times marriage is a mix of business and
Yeah.
pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
And so the
Mhm.
business and the stability came first and then the love came after. That's fine with me. I
Right.
can handle that.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, when you are writing, are there any rituals or routines that you have, like maybe a playlist or a drink or a certain mood that you like to set?
I love to write with the music. Listening to music. I have my playlist on Spotify, and I have a Brenda writing playlist. Then I have a Brenda jam playlist where I'm like, but my writing playlists are mostly Motown records, Motown sound, or not just Motown, but the Philly sound. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
where you had people got Teddy Pendergraph, turn off the lights,
Yeah.
light
Turn up
Yeah.
all of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
we getting real
Yeah,
Oh,
sexy.
real
and
sexy.
I'm like, wow, I could just imagine the mood they're trying to set. And
Mhm.
when I write, and I really appreciate my mom because when I was in school, she told me the importance of learning a trade, not knowing whether I'll be able to go to college. So she made me take typing in high school. I took typing
Uh-huh.
from seventh grade on to senior high. So when I left school, I was typing almost 90 words a minute. I was like
Wow.
competing against
Yeah.
others typing. So now that has come into play because when I write, I don't have to pay anyone to write my manuscript for me. I sit down to the keyboard, which I'm in front of now, and the keyboard is the same as the typewriter keyboard. And
Mm.
I literally close my eyes during the whole process, and I'm seeing what it's like a play or a movie in my head,
It's a movie.
and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just typing. Heaven forbid if I put my finger on the wrong keys and then I look like what? But typically I don't because I'm used to typing that way. And usually I could type a whole chapter just closing my eyes. My son came in here one day to tell me something, and he saw me just, just going because I'm like, ooh, He said, Mama, what are you thinking? I said, oh, I was just thinking about a love scene. He said, too much information. And so I love it. I love just the aspect of typing and writing and setting the mood. I get up in the morning. I type every day. Typing relaxes me.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't type but 1 hour that day, I'm doing something associated with my typing. Even on Sunday, like tomorrow, first Sunday, get up, go to church, come back home, where some people may relax by watching a Hallmark movie. I relax by listening to what I typed the day before. And now
Mm.
with Read Me, with Word Read Me, I use that. Or I use Speechify, that plays back what I've typed. That way I can listen to it to see whether it makes sense. Because it
Mm-hmm.
might have made sense while I was typing it, while I was in my mojo. But then playing it back, that's when I need to, oh, no, I don't really need that word, and
Mhm.
then I could go back and do my correction. So, yeah, that's my mojo, typing with music.
All
Oh,
right.
I love that.
Yeah.
I do too.
So I have just a very easy question. I don't think it'll be hard at all.
Okay.
Um, which family are you spending Christmas with? The Maderases, the Westmorelands, or the Steeles?
this Christmas coming up for 2026.
Yeah, sure.
Which, okay, if I had my choice, I think I will always spend Christmas with the Madeiras
Hey.
because they were my first family. And I
Mhm.
Tell
knew
Justin I
them
said
so
hey.
well because I had written 3 Madeiras books before I ever got published. I had written Clayton, Clayton Dex, and well, Justin Dex and Clayton book before anyone bought my first book. So I knew the Medeiros family because really it wasn't only supposed to be 5 books. It was supposed to be Justin Dex, Clayton, Uncle Jake, and Christy. Those
That's
We
all
walked away with 24 books in the
I was gonna
Madeira
say,
Yeah.
series.
well what happened when I wrote they had friends and you all, my readers, when
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
wrote, it started with Dex. When I wrote Dex's book, everybody wanted to know about Trevor and Corinthian. What I said, they don't have
Mhm.
a story. I just put that in there for a sidekick. You know, they were just introduced as a sidekick and to advance the story. But my publisher started getting, we want Trevor and Corinthian's story. And I told my publisher, I don't know what story I could give them. There's not a story. She said, think about it, pray about it, write the story. And that's what I did. But what happened when I was writing Trevor's story, I thought about Sir Drake and Ashton. I wanted him to have friends. He was in the military. And then the next thing you know, people wanted their story, especially Ashton's story, because
Mhm.
he was fine with the hair. He had these mystic powers. And then there was the bad boy, Sir Drake. And the next thing I know, my 5 books are turning into more books. Because then there was Sterling Hamilton and Kyle Garwood that really wasn't even connected to the Madeiras. But by the time I wrote Jake book, they became connected because that's who sent Diamond to the. I said, I need a movie star. I need someone in Hollywood. As a reason, this actress ended up on Whispering Pines. I said, oh yeah, that's right. Sterling Hamilton. So I know how to connect stories, even when readers don't think they are connected, because I love connecting books. So Madeiras, I'll spend Christmas with them. I got to
I'll
be
see you
really
there.
Westmoreland.
Mhm.
I'll be there too, honey.
Orleans, you got to be really ready to spend Christmas with them. Okay.
Yeah.
You are fact. You are correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't tell you at the top, but for our legends, we have been going back to the first book in your catalog.
Uh-huh.
So, as a club, we have read Tonight and Forever. Let me tell you how you ate now with that.
Ain't
For that to be your first
it.
book,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Justin Forever. Oh my gosh.
like,
Yes.
Lauren, stop playing this man face. So, I think,
She was
like, Lauren
doing
was
she's
playing that
doing
one
her
a
own
lot.
face.
She was playing in her own face.
She was self-sabotaging, like, girl, sit down. That's a good man. He wants
Like,
you. He needs
literally,
Please.
you.
in the first chapter, he dancing with her. Okay, cool. Sister gonna run out to the bathroom. Get your ass back over there with that man. Like, I just
Why you keep running from this? Why are you
Exactly.
running?
What? No, but then like
What was the
you could
accent?
yeah. Hello.
I thought we was gonna
What was the
bypass.
accent?
I never saw
No,
that clip
no,
before.
Yes,
no,
I
no.
did,
That
but
man
it's still funny.
like,
Why are
are
you
you running?
running?
Right.
Yeah,
Are you running?
but
That was me to Lauren, this whole book.
but then you see, like, as a woman, I see a lot of myself in
Mm.
Lauren when I started dating my husband because I had on my track shoes. I said, no, I'm trying to be a hoe.
Dang.
He said, no, no, you're going to be my girlfriend. I said, no, yes, no. So, like, you see, like, a lot of yourself in I saw a lot of myself in Lauren because she was scared.
Yeah.
Like
No.
a love that's healthy and benefits you is very scary when you're not used to having it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
No, when we got to the scene where she made up this whole scenario where he was
Her
gonna go find his.
boyfriend was a jerk. Her
Yeah.
last husband
Yeah.
was a jerk.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
You
wrote
know,
that book because I didn't understand, but naive me didn't understand divorce. When I say didn't understand, we didn't have divorce in my family. I don't know whether the people just live together for the kids or whatever. Divorce never happened in my family, my mom's side or my dad's side. So it's like you say these vows to death do you part, to this, to that, then you get divorced. No, you got to work it out. And when my best friend, a good friend of mine, who dated the same time me and Gerald dated, we were in school together, but they moved away. They got married and moved away. And she moved back to town, divorced. And I said, well, I just couldn't understand what could happen. And she said, Brenda, we grew apart. What? That don't make no sense. I mean, how do you grow apart? Because you're always going to be two different people. So it was my negativity that I just didn't understand because Gerald
mm,
and we taught, and one thing about my relationship with Gerald, when we see other things happening, we would be the couple like Ashton and Natty who sat in the middle of the bed because I put that in the book where outside the bed is the ocean. So we're gonna either sink or swim. We're gonna stay on this island or we're gonna work through this, even if we're gonna be here for a week. And
Mm-hmm.
those the things, and we knew we were two different people, but we didn't want to grow apart. We want to grow together that accept the changes. So when she came back, my friend came back and said, no, we grew apart. We started dating too early. All of the reasons she gave why she thought her marriage failed was everything that made mine stronger. So I had to write a book and understand why this young lady thought, which was Lauren, why even though, and I wrote in the book, she believed in her vows, but at
Mm-hmm.
some point she had to say these vows are not working and walk away.
mm-hmm.
That's what I had to do for myself to understand. Now everybody getting a divorce is like, okay, I understand it. Good. Now let's go get a divorce. A lot of my friends, explained it to me, said sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Divorce is normal. Things doesn't work out. That's what you do. Do you want people to stay there in a marriage and suffer? I'm like, no, but so that helped me tonight tonight and forever was part of my in understanding that part.
Wow.
I can understand it because sometimes, like, when your friends are going through stuff that you are not going through, you be like, okay, I need to put myself in their shoes.
Yeah, and
So
that's
I
what I
can,
Mhm.
had to do. And the easiest way for me to do that was to write a book. And
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
not any way did her ex-husband was like Scott. Scott was degrading. He was
yeah,
emotionally abusive.
Abusive.
I hated
Mhm.
Scott.
Yeah, Scott he was an opportunist, and
Yeah.
when he thought she was going to make money for him, he came back and
He
tried to
sure did.
back.
Yeah.
So that wasn't her ex-husband at all, but I had to make Scott that way. So I'm like, yes, you should have divorced him. He deserved.
Girl, leave him in the dust.
Yes.
Yeah,
He is
He
a
actually got off.
terrible man.
He got off
yes,
way too
yes,
easy.
yes,
Like
yes.
he
But Justin
he should have
almost
got
took
hit with a
care of it.
shovel or something.
just the novel.
Look, I was ready.
Mhm.
Especially when he showed back up. I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
somebody just come run him over with a horse real quick. I won't
Somebody
tell
got a
nobody."
shotgun. I know
Mm.
y'all got shotguns in Texas. Somebody got one.
Y'all
Like,
be
I was
hunting.
waiting
They be
on it.
doing something down there. All that land. When nobody gonna find him? The nearest store was 5 miles away. They would have been good.
Throw him in
Yeah.
Elliott Lake, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
There was
Now,
options.
now with over 150 novels written, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but her 150th book came out last April, and this lady's still been dropping books. So,
Yeah.
what keeps you creatively inspired, and how do you manage to make each story feel fresh and unique?
Wow. See, to be honest, people ask me that. And one thing, it wasn't a coincidence that my 100th book or my 150th book was a Medeiros book, because I always bring it back home, because I tell people, in fact, one of my cars in the yard, my Z, I got a little sports car, it got the tag Medeiros,
I
because
know that's right.
that's what gave me my start, the family that gave me my start. So I will always, if I live and nothing happen and make it to 200 books, it's going to be a Medeiros book. I already know that. I try to prepare my publisher for that. Um, so that's special to me, just having that part of it, and whenever I write, I don't write like, oh, I'm trying to write for this number of books. I write each story individually. That's why I don't give my publisher a complete synopsis. They're used to me, because I can tell you this story is going one way, if you want to believe it.
Mhm.
But when I get in my head and start writing the book, it can go, I'm going to keep the basics of it, but the way it ends up is may not be how I told you. The only thing I can guarantee, it will have a happy ending, because the essence of romance, and I have to state this, I know, to the people in the back saying in the quiet, every book is not a romance novel. Some books are love
Mhm.
stories. The
Yeah.
difference
Mhm.
between a love story and a romance is that a love story, you may not have a happy ending. You have what they call a satisfied ending. And
Yes.
The Way We Were was not a romance
Mhm.
story. It was a love story, because there was love in there, but things didn't work out. They went their own way. But in a true die-hard romance story, there's going to always be a happy ending. And typically, the happy ending is between the hero and heroine you started out with. Um,
Thank you.
That's the clip.
There are
Thank
rules to
all
this.
the romance novels like Crossing and, oh, what was the lady's name? I think she's still alive. She wrote a lot of, she's a white lady that wrote a lot, and she got offended if you refer to her as a romance author. She said, I'm a women fiction author, because it can go either way, but do not say I am a romance author, because I'm not. I'm proud to be a romance author, because I believe in happy endings. I do believe in happy endings, because I believe it's possible. That doesn't mean every day gonna be all roses. Mr. Jackson and I didn't always agree on everything, But in the end, we knew that our love was solid. Solid, that was our song, "Solid as a Rock" by Ashford and Simpson. We knew it was solid. We was gonna have each other's back no matter what. And you know, it's funny whenever that song came on the radio, if I was at work, he was at work, he would call me and all I would hear is solid, because that was our theme song. He would call me, I would call him. And as he was taking his last breath, that's the song that was playing. My son put it specifically on my playlist. And as he was, because he died of cancer in hospice, and that's the song that was playing. Also, that song mean a lot to me. But yeah, the books I write, how I keep them fresh is the ideas I come up with. I've written second chances. I've written a lot of marriage or convenience books, but everybody's different. My books are not plot driven. They're character driven. Character, their own person. No, sometimes when like when I'm around, I'm like, did I have a character that says something similar? Might have, but the way I'm presenting the story is different.
Okay, since you mentioned that song, I gotta do it. Keep building up and building up and building up, and now
And now
we're
we're
solid.
solid.
Do.
I thought we talked about
Solid as a rock.
hey.
I gotta do it. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. You
Solid
can't
as a
stop me.
Yep.
I just wanted to remind you, we put us on YouTube. They will flag us. So
It was
We ain't
5
do 30
seconds.
seconds, right?
It was, yeah,
I
do 5
do.
seconds.
I
It was
do.
5 seconds. It was real quick. I had to do it. I love that
I
song.
know you did. Yeah, we know you a 1970s lady at heart.
No,
am.
because
Thank you.
there is always a lot of debate about happily ever afters and romance novels, and it's like if you're calling it a romance, it needs a happily ever after.
It's just
Like
a
you
rule.
cannot. It just is. But then I think that goes back to a lot of readers and even authors really not understanding the history of Black romance.
They don't.
And
They don't
I mean,
understand the history. It's a lot they don't understand. Not only the history, and a lot of it is the new authors. And that's why I appreciate you all having someone older, which Shay like to call us her legends, come on.
she not
You,
wrong.
Y'all
She
y'all,
are.
y'all
right.
are legends.
Y'all
You
are.
can't
You
like
are
to call
legends.
us like that's not what you are.
Y'all are legends.
Some authors tell it. We just came yesterday. They didn't. I've had someone tell me, I never heard of Brenda Jackson. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Not to your
You
face.
know what?
Did you
Miss
But
Brenda,
like
you
you
better let them know
said,
that the lit library is stepping behind you, and we do not tolerate disrespect on
we
that
are.
pen.
But like you
We do
said,
not.
the girls do not know their history. That is like
not?
a real problem
They
for
think
me
they're
because I grew up reading y'all.
one writing romance or the first ones that break, and we broke the seal. We broke it for you all. Beverly,
Yeah.
Donna, Rochelle. We the one saved
It's
our
Francis.
money to go, and Francis Ray. We the one that saved our money to go to RWA every year to be seen. To let them know, hey, we some Black sisters. We don't write what Terry McMillan write. Because they say, well, maybe y'all need to go with Terry. We don't write the same stuff as Terry McMillan. I give Terry her kudos, but we did not write that. We wrote Forever After. The same ones your white people writing.
Mm-hmm.
But the characters are Black. I've had publishers tell me, we love your book. I read it. Because like I said, I had written all 3 books before I got published. You make them white, I will buy it. I said, well, then you won't buy a book because
I
I'm
know that's
not
right.
a black, and we had black authors who, not knocking them, because if they needed the money, whatever reason they wanted to get it published, they did it. You didn't even know they were black because their books were white characters. That's not how I dream my books. I'm dealing
Yeah.
with black people, look like me, look like my husband, look like my sons, my family. And so if I don't let it, because I just ignore it, and I hate to say it, it shows their uneducation on the subject. But to me,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to dive into a genre, then you need to know about that genre. You need to
Mm-hmm.
know that
Mm-hmm.
it's already there. You're just entering that genre. Don't think you could come in and decide, I want to change it. No, there's always room for more tropes. Okay.
Absolutely.
I remember when I started writing, it wasn't but 5 tropes. Now it's over 20, 30 tropes. But don't say I'm putting a new face on romance. I'm changing romance. You're not changing a damn thing because it's
Mm-hmm.
already there. You could add to it, but you can't take
Yes.
away from what
The
Yes.
foundation, yeah, when the foundation is laid, you
the
can build it up,
foundation is
but
laid.
the foundation
It's
is laid,
laid.
and you
You
you can
can't
build it up from
change
there,
it.
but
Yeah,
you
you write.
cannot.
Yeah, you may be writing a different type of romance story,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
mean you created romance. That
Yeah.
just makes
Yeah,
sense to me. Not when you
Mm-hmm.
have Beverly Jenkins, Brenda Jackson, Francis Ray, all of us, Donna, who've been out here for years giving you this opportunity. You wouldn't have this opportunity if it wasn't for the legends.
you would not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speak it. Hello, somebody. And speaking of the opportunities, we are forever grateful, and we continue to say this because without you, there would be no us.
Uh,
Um, you know, and so thank you for everything that you've done, which leads into the next question naturally, which is when you began writing, you were writing Black love stories at a time when the industry wasn't prioritizing them. It wasn't the moneymaker. They did not care. Y'all put your feet to pavement to get those stories out there.
yes, we did.
Were there moments in your early career where you had to fight where you had to fight and protect how you portrayed Black characters in Black desire and how you remain rooted in your vision?
Wow. I had to, luckily, when I wrote a desire book, and that's Harlequin Desire,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Black editor. She was
Mm,
Black, well, no, because I think Vivian Stevens started out, but she was the first one with Desire. Okay, not with
Mm-hmm.
Harlequin, but Harlequin Desire. And I think that was a blessing to me. But she had to walk the line because Harlequin was going by what was selling. Because it's all about what's going to line the pocket.
yeah.
When she told me, she said, Brenda, we had a meeting. They're happy to have you on board, but we have to write the books like they are already out there. What's their moneymaker? And right now, the books that are hot for them are chic books. I'm like, what? Man that wear a turban around his head, I'm like, what? She said, yeah, that's the hottest book. And that's what the white women want. I said, well, I said to her, but what do the Black women want? She said,
Mm,
can't go there with that. We
I
have,
ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have minded a desert chic myself.
and
A
so I
little.
told her, I said, if you want a sheep, I'm going to give him a sheep. And he's going to have a Black woman because my heroine was going to be Black. I said, and I was going to make sure he had some Black in him because I said, he came from the part of the sheikdom that had a little bit of Black ancestry in it. So that's how I got him to be who he was. But I said, he's going to have a time because he's going to be dealing with a Black woman. And my
Mhm.
Yeah.
not going to play. If they could deal with that, then I'm all for it. And that's what I did. I made Jamal the type of chic, and he was arrogant. If y'all read Delaney Desert Chic,
Oh, I sure did.
Mhm.
he was
Yeah.
And
arrogant.
I did.
You know, would never have. In my country, when men can have wives and mistresses and blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, yeah, she finna bring you down a peg. Because when Delaney finish with you, she gonna be the only woman you want. And I enjoyed writing that book. And that book was what I wanted to end up being what I wanted to write. So I think when we have to know how to take their ideas and make it our own,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
doing what you say do, but in the end, you're writing what you want to write. And hitting the pavement, doing all the things that we wanted to do. We knew how to walk away from the table if we had to.
Absolutely. Which, speaking of these characters, so one, I do love that we write Black women that reflect what we've seen growing up.
Yeah.
Um, my husband chuckling because I'm very sassy. I I am just gonna give you a hard time, and I see it in the characters that I write in my own book,
Hmm.
but also when I write an MMC, it's a reflection of the type of men that are around me. So
Right.
when you were writing Justin, like he was giving, excuse my language, but he was giving real big dick energy. Like, I'm a man, I handle business, okay? But he was also really emotionally complex. So, how do you approach developing MMCs that are both powerful and vulnerable when it comes to the romance with your heroines?
Wow. When I first started writing, men was classified either one or two ways. They were either an alpha male or a beta male.
Mm.
An alpha male was like Dex and Clayton. They bigger than life. Justin was a beta man. He was calm until he didn't have to be calm. Because I had to
Mhm.
show, oh yeah, he could kick ass too now. Because when Scott threatened Lauren, you saw a side of Justin that you normally didn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So even with the beta man, there's still, you bother my lady, you got to deal with me sort of attitude. So that's what I have to do. I love alpha males. I rather write alpha males all the
Yeah.
time, day or night, because I just like take charge men, bigger than life. Give me a Bane, give me a Zane, give me all the Westmoreland men. They're mostly alpha males.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me one too.
Dylan was a
Give me
beta.
all of them.
Most
All
of
of
the
them.
time, older
Choo
men are the
choo.
beta
Oh,
men because beta, they have a lot of people to care for, so they can't be the badass. You know,
yeah.
Dylan didn't need to be that for Bane. Bane needed
Mhm.
someone with a level head to tell him, you need to go to the military, leave Crystal alone, break up for a while if it's meant for y'all to be together, yada, yada, yada. That's what's needed. So it's a balance when you write about a man that you want your readers, first of all, I want my readers to fall in love with my heroes. Because even though I write strong heroines, it's the women that read my books. And they read them for the man. You know,
Do.
wanna see how good looking he is, how fine he is, how he treat the heroine.
Yeah.
And if the heroine, if he come with the attitude, they want to make sure by the end of the book, the heroine has convinced him. Like what happened with Jamal, the same thing that happened with Spencer. Nobody likes Spencer Westmoreland. I mean, very few. Yeah, very few
I
people
like
like
Spencer.
Spencer was Spencer, and I give you the reason they act the way they act.
Yes.
He had a woman that did him, he thought he was finna marry this woman that was already pregnant with somebody else's child,
He
so they
did
got
get done.
Mhm.
He got done wrong.
baggage. And so I prefer writing alpha, but like I say, you have to write the beta man. There has to be a balance what
Mhm.
you write. Because you don't, one time Harlequin told us we had to stop when the Me Too movement came about. They said, we don't want y'all to write any more alpha males for a while because people
Oh.
saw alpha males as being threatening, you
Yeah,
know.
and abusive
Yeah,
of
and
power.
Yeah,
Oh, I can
movement,
see
but
that.
yeah,
and I yeah I c-
they wouldn't let us write any more uh, alpha males for a minute. And we're
mm.
like, wait a minute. None of our guys, because no lie, after I think Ashton book was 10, 12 years old. When the Me Too movement came about, I got a call from my publisher and said, we're
Okay.
sending you back this manuscript because parts of this book you need to redo. I'm like, what? This book is over 12 years old, 13, 15 years, I don't know. What part I got to redo? He goes inside her house, bypasses alarm. She wakes up and he's at her bed. Yeah. So did she ever call the police? She didn't ever a threat. In fact, sister girl moved over for him to join.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say she.
She scooted over. She was
over.
waiting. She was
But
hoping,
they said,
waiting.
oh no. And then he kidnaps her. Yeah, that was fine with me. You right. So, I mean, he shows
I just
up at her house dressed as an Indian, yeah. Kidnap her, put her to sleep. She wakes up. That's kidnapping. Yeah, well, okay. So,
Sometimes people get kidnapped.
and at any
Right.
time when she woke up and she said, take me back to Houston, he would have done it. I think he would have done it. I don't know about Ashley. He may not have done it.
We
And
will never know.
I
You
this
said,
definitely
I
want to
is
wrote
go.
this book before the Me Too movement. You're not going to have me because of this movement now changing things to conform with the moment.
Mhm.
That's not the
it's
way I'm going. I will give y'all every pen. I was under contract with them to write so many other books. No, I will give you your money back. Do not put your hand
play with
on that
me.
because it's a classic.
Yeah.
Only
Mhm.
one
And it
woman
doesn't
wrote me and
yeah.
complained about that. And I said, anywhere in the
Okay.
book, and I think I addressed it with her, with the girl Rainey, who worked with her, asked her, do you feel threatened by him? And she said no. So, she thought he was annoying at times. He would sit there. I'm like, shoot, you let a man come to a nightclub, just sit there and watch me. Especially a good looking man like Ashton.
You
Hey,
show out.
just put more
It's
pep
a
step and keep it moving, okay?
And also those were rash decisions. There were a lot of rash decisions made as the Me Too movement took formation. And the biggest thing about all of this was the books that we read don't lack consent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hero and the heroine, there's always consent there
Yeah.
because the MMCs are written in a way that they don't have to take anything from a woman,
Right.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like again, these are things that new authors need to know because you go and you're looking to be published, and publishers will try to back you down about things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to be comfortable saying, you know
Stand your
what?
ground.
No, thank you. I can do this independently if I have to change my story and what I'm trying to convey to the people.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, yes, he was a little unhinged, but the romance outweighed that. And so
So did.
we get unhinged MMCs are very popular in nowadays. But sometimes we don't get that romantic aspect of it.
Most of the
And
times
so
we're not in romance. It's
look, I
very
was being
it's
nice.
it's
If I'm
very
being honest,
implied. The romance be implied, and I need it to be like on my forehead. Like it needs to be very
I feel
obvious.
like a lot of, like Julie said, it needs to be obvious. I feel like a lot of new authors who say that they write romance, I feel like sometimes they forget the romance. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they focus on a
yeah.
lot of other, like all the other aspects of it, and the relationship happens kind of fast. So now it seems like the relationship has happened, and we're like 40% into the book, and now the 60% is just chaos and all this other stuff. And it's like, that's fine. I don't mind that sometimes, but where's the romance? You're not gonna take this lady on a date at all.
Where's the yearning?
Like, how am I
Like
supposed to believe that these two people actually love each other? I know they like.
I'm
No,
not
because
seeing a lot of conversation between them. I'm not seeing a lot of dialogue. And going back to read the first books in everybody's catalogs, like
Mhm.
I've been in y'all's catalogs, but like
the
going back
yearning
to the
was
very
there.
beginning,
The romance has always been there.
yeah, like Brenda Jackson, 1995, Beverly Jenkins was 94, and I think Miss Donna Hill was the same year as
Nine.
one of y'all. I think she was 95 as
1990.
well.
Mm-hmm.
90.
No, I think it was
1990.
90.
Yes.
90.
Yes.
For us.
So
90.
like listening to that in 2026, and I'm still like, oh my God, why they talking to me like this? Like, oh my
No,
God, girl, you making me blush. I feel like I don't get a lot of that sometimes in the newer romance that is out there, because people keep forgetting about the romance. They focus on the rest of the story because they
because what do
don't
you
want to
mean they're
just be
dating?
romance.
He's a millionaire and he didn't pull out his private jet yet. What are we talking about? He took her on a supremely romantic date. He didn't see she had a need to be fulfilled, and he just kept causing chaos and didn't fulfill the need. That's not romance.
Yeah.
I want to be wined. I want to be dined. Like, I want to blush when I read these books. Like, I want to be like, oh my God, I can't believe these people are saying this to me. Oh my God. I want to feel that when I read a book. And I feel like sometimes we forget that. So I think a lot of people could benefit from reading things from what they call yesteryear. Yeah, this might have came out when you was born, but bitch, it's still good today.
Yes.
No, these books are
Read
good.
the book.
These
Love is
books.
love. Love never gets old. And I think
Mhm.
people need to realize that men, even in my books, sometimes the men, you have to like Zane, you want to go and just shake them up. I'm like, Zane, do you not know what a good
Mhm.
woman she is? Now you got to go
Mhm.
find her and prove to
Mhm.
her. I mean, wake up. You want to slap them into
Mm-hmm.
reality, but when they wake up, then hey, I like to see courtship.
Yeah.
Show me the courtship. Send her flowers. Do something. You know, I want to see the courtship.
Mhm.
And I think the romance part to me, in a book, you're going to have what they call the building of the relationship. And sometimes if they don't like each other, you got a lot to do to get them, like Delaney, close proximity. Put them in the same
Mhm.
house, you know.
Oh,
whatever. They either got to, like each other for 30 days or something gonna happen. Typically, something gonna happen.
Something
Why?
gonna happen.
There it's already been an attraction. When he first
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
her while she was getting that stuff out the car, he was like, dang, and so you can't fight attraction.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you wrote your first book, Tonight and Forever, in 1995. You've had over 150 books since then. How has your writing process developed and evolved over the years since releasing your debut?
Oh gosh. My books, and I talked to my husband about it. I'm surprised nobody called me. I forgot to put my phone on silent. Because my family will call. What you cooking tomorrow? Tomorrow's Sunday. Who else we
Well, what
Well,
are
hold
you
on. What you
cooking?
What
cooking
what are you
tomorrow?
cooking
Hold
I
tomorrow?
on.
got the collard greens and neck bones and all of that. So I cook Saturday for Sunday. But
I take a flight down there where you at. Hold on now. I knew
dang,
she was gonna say it. Oh, now listen,
you
Miss Brenda.
ask your question again. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was
Okay.
asking, how has your writing process evolved and developed since writing Tonight and Forever?
Wow. I would have to say when I wrote, a lot of times it evolves by the new rules a publisher may put out. When
Okay.
I wrote Tonight and Forever, I wrote for Arabesque. Both the hero and the heroine had to be African American, which I was glad for that. No interracial stuff or anything like that. And then as far as the love scene, they couldn't be uh if you compare, and y'all my readers, my love scenes with the Madeiras, especially the earlier Madeiras book, they're
Mhm.
different than my love
Mhm.
scenes with the Westmorelands
Yes, they
because
Mhm.
I
are.
was
Mhm.
writing for a different line. I was writing for desire when I started writing the Westmoreland. The desires were more hot and spicy because they
Mhm.
read books people could put in their purse, read during break, do this while they was reading it, go home, jump the husbands or whatever, and they were meant for that. Men would get mad at Walmart when the books weren't on the shelves because they needed to get that book to their wives so she had time to read it, and they was ready. That was they say, hey, I got to give my wife a desire. Short, it's a cute story. Leave the woman hot and bothered. She meet him at the door, half dressed. Let's get it on. So I had to, when I left the Madeiras, which I never really left the Madeiras, but I
No.
knew they were a different type of family, except for them other
Mhm.
second generation, okay? The other
Mhm.
generation under Clayton. But the love scenes became a little bit more harder, a little bit more spicer. Uh, I introduced oral sex in my book, which I hadn't with the earlier Medeiros book. But again, it was based on the readership and then the rules. And then the Grangers, the lady said, this doesn't sound like real dialogue. Nobody in your book curse. I'm like, no, you don't have to have a sentence cursing. She said, most people do. So I introduced with Dalton and the brothers a couple of curse words, and I cringed when I did it. But they said you have to write like a real conversation. You
Mhm.
have
Mhm.
your readers talking like they reading a script, saying two goody two shoes word when they're angry with each other. Like F you. You don't put the F. We want to know what the F means. And
Hey.
that was hard. You're talking about a Sunday school teacher, whatever,
Mhm.
who taught my boys not to curse, no profanity. So to answer your question, it has evolved because I'm more open-minded now. I
Mm.
haven't gotten over to erotica, and I don't think that's for me. I I mean, certain things I just can't call certain things. You know, I'm from the era where we just didn't do that. I
Mhm.
don't use the P word, the D word, the C word. I just don't, you know. And
Mhm.
so most of my readers know that. But I do try to make my stuff realistic. And I don't let my hero and heroine talk to each other that way. If they do, you never hear it. Because I said, oh, he whispering little naughty words in her ear. You got to figure out what them naughty words are, okay? Because Clayton say a lot of naughty things to Anita. And she loves it, but you won't know what he's saying because I won't say the words. But so that's how my writing has evolved. Um, I'm thinking I write longer books. I still build families because I love families. I got a big family on both sides. So I think that's how I allow my writing to evolve in some kind of way, but I still go back to the happy ending. Even when I wrote what they call woman fiction, and woman fiction typically does not have a happy ending, I give it a
Mhm.
happy ending.
Mhm.
Perfect timing was one. Perfect fit was another one. A silken thread was one. So, you know, I still try to have that happy ending because I really believe in that happy ending.
Okay. I love that.
Now,
Yeah.
since you are still writing books, what stories are you excited to tell next?
Oh gosh, I'm looking forward to the Defenders. The
Ooh.
Defenders, I introduced the Grangers, the three brothers. Then my readers wanted the daddy book. Even though I
Mhm.
got out of jail, Shepherd Granger, they wanted to know how he met Carson. How this man meet somebody when he was in jail, and she's an attorney, whatever. He got 15 more years ahead of him. So I said, okay, let me write their story. And then while writing the Grangers, I introduced their bodyguards, Strike,
Mhm.
Quasar, and what's his name? Stonewall. People wanted their book, which was easy for me to write. And then based on their book, everybody was waiting on Roland's story. So I just
Mhm.
built on what I had. I wrote Drew's story, which is Andrew. I wrote Dak's story. Then I wrote Roland's book. But I took a hiatus because we made the movies, the Granger's movies. And then I got into Catalina Cove and other things. So I put the next group, and I call them Shepherd surrogate sons that was in jail with him, that he made boys into men. And so the next three are the three attorneys from not Arizona, but Oregon. That I
Mhm.
the defenders. They defend. And so it's been years in the making because I was supposed to start that book right after I finished the Men of Action series. But I decided to write Catalina Cole because Catalina Cole was different. It was a
Mhm.
different, wasn't based on family. It was based on a town. And so now that I'm mostly writing, I'm what you call a hybrid author. I write for a major publishing house and I write for myself. I'm at
Mhm.
the point now where I only write one book for that major publishing house. And the rest of the books, I try to
Mhm.
write 5 books a year. I write one for the major publishing house that I'm contracted with, and the other 4 under my own publishing company.
I know that's
Mm.
right.
Mhm.
Yes.
So that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm doing.
Period. Before I ask my question, make sure y'all check out the Granger movies. They are on Passion Flix. They are indeed delicious. I ate them up. You need to go
They
get them juicy things.
are.
Okay, go over there.
Yeah.
Go over there because we want more movies next.
Chandra.
And
So
they're on
y'all
Amazon
gotta.
Prime too. They're on Amazon
Okay.
Prime.
Sorry.
And I think the first one is on Roku.
Oh, bet y'all got
I know
options.
what I'm doing tonight.
Right.
And
But
read
I
them in
think it's
order because it's a murder mystery. Somebody was put in jail, and his sons is trying to prove his innocence. He's been in jail for 15 years already. So they trying to prove his innocence. They were little boys when his dad went to jail. But I wrote the story the way that my mind went, and where you wouldn't figure out who the killer was until the third book.
Mm-hmm.
So, since we're talking about the movies, some of your books have been turned into movies, and you just told us go watch the movies. Okay. Go watch the movies. Also, read the books. Get the audio book, huh? Get the physicals. Bring them to BRBF. Get them signed. That y'all lucky we don't do. They DVDs are starting to go. They're going away. I think Blu-rays
no.
is
You
it? I
can
don't
still
I'm
know.
get
still
them.
buying
You can
DVDs.
Oh,
still
you can
You
buy
can
still
them.
get
buy
a DVD.
DVDs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Physical media
what?
is here to stay.
Okay.
Get it for when that Wi-Fi go down.
In fact, I
So
just bought the little thing because laptops don't have the DVD player on them
Oh, you
anymore.
have to buy the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I
attachment.
bought the one that detach. So because I
Mm,
travel, I want to watch a movie. I want to
yeah.
whatever because I still get DVDs
Yeah.
Yeah.
and CDs. Yes.
So, which of your books would you love to see greenlit for a movie or even a TV series, considering you have these robust series in your catalogs?
Oh gosh, if the first movie's two. The first movie that I would love to see, if it was done correctly. I've turned down offers to make my books into movies because they wanted to take my stuff and make it their stuff and not give it the same respect that I put into it. Case
Mhm.
in point,
Yeah.
answer your question, the Westmorelands. I
Yeah.
was I'm not going to say 2 minutes, maybe 24 hours of signing over to my Westmorelands to with the Warner Brothers, and this 2026. This was in 2023 because they wanted something to compete against Yellowstone. I had never seen Yellowstone, didn't know what Yellowstone was, but they wanted a black Yellowstone. And when I read my attorney explained to me, he said, Brenda, when you write families that love each other, that whatever, if you sign it over, they may have Dylan wife one day sleeping with Zane or
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm.
That's not what
Mm-hmm.
I want for my readers. That's not, they say no because they thrive on drama and they have to put drama in the book.
Yeah.
I called a good friend of mine, Robin Carr. Robin Carr is the mastermind behind Virgin River. And
Yeah.
Robin is going to be, I invited Robin, I hooked Robin up with Shay, and Robin is going to be at Raw this year. So if you have any questions about Virgin, and Robin attitude was, girl, take the money. Go, just take the money. Don't worry about it. Because none of Virgin River is nothing like Robin books.
Mm-mm.
Because of it, they were able to build a whole new audience based
Yeah.
on that. And she said, I said, what about your readers? She said, oh, they complain in the beginning, but now the new people that watch it is pretty much drown out the old people that grew up on Virgin River. And, so she's making money. So for me, it's not all about the money. And I said, Robin, that was your baby. That was your, I'll never forget when Robin called me, because Robin would call me, say, Brenda, I have black women at writing me when Robin was writing Virgin River before it became a TV series. They wanted to know why there aren't any black people in Virgin River. And she said, what I'm going to tell them? I said, you tell them why there aren't any black people. They got a good question. You created this town and there's no black people in your books. So it looks like an all white town. She said, well, there are black people. Am I supposed to identify them as black people when I'm right? I say no. But are they friends with the hero or heroine? Evidently, they're not if the black readers who are in Virgin River want to know this.
Mm-hmm.
She signed the deal to make it a TV show. She called me. She said, guess what? I said, what? She said, I signed the deal. And Preacher is going to be a black man.
I was so surprised when I turned on Virgin River and Preacher was black. I was like, oh.
That's how Robin wrote it.
I
So
was like, he was not black in the books.
That they made, I say, see, they did something that you wouldn't do, Robin. They made Preacher black, and she was all for it. But that's not how she wrote the book,
Mm-hmm.
Preacher being black. So it's always good to get your books out there into movies. And the only reason I let Passion Flick do my movie was because Tosca's gonna make it by the book. I was on the movie set every day. I picked out the actors and actresses to star in it and all of that. So I, was like there. I'm an executive producer. That's what I am. But to answer your question, Candace, the movie I really would want to see is Ties That Bind. I don't know whether any of you have read Ties That Bind, but to me, it's an epic. I don't think there's another Ties That Bind in me. I wrote that book at a time when I needed, that was another, I need to know why. Like I did Tonight or Forever, I need to know why divorces. But Ties That Bind, I needed to know why people were treating Vietnam vets the way they were just because it was a war that we lost. I couldn't understand that. They didn't ask to go over there. My cousins, I lost a lot of male cousins. We're mostly women dominant in my family now because a lot of my cousins my age had to go to Vietnam to fight a war they didn't ask for and they didn't come back. And the ones that came back crazy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't come back the
They came back
same.
mental. They were, they were not right in the head. They were good students. They didn't care. They pulled them out of school, sent them over there, and they never came back. I didn't understand the Black Panther part. I'm a Black Panther girl. During the time when I was in the 70s, hey, you like Angela and Davis, hey, Black Power, all of that was good because you knew what the Black Panther was doing, the good things they were doing. They were not militant. They became militant because the government set them up like they tried to do the Black Lives Matter group, made them militant. But I needed to know answers to a lot of questions, but I had to do it in a romance type novel. And that's why I wrote Ties That Bind. I mean, my husband told me, he said, you've never written a book that make you cry this much. I was boo-hoo because I had to kill off somebody in the book that was painful to me, but he had to die in order to advance the story, Ross. And it was hard for me. I got a lot of awards for Ties That Bind.
Sometimes you gotta kill somebody off.
Yeah. But not,
Yeah.
not all the time, but to make that story the way I had to make it. Yes, I did. I did. And so Ties That Bind would be one. I would love to see it in a movie if it's going to be by the book. Because I got enough
Absolutely.
Yeah.
drama in there. Nobody don't need to add any drama. And then
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
no.
other one is A Silken Thread. I would love
Oh.
to see A Silken Thread. And I came closer. Debbie Allen was going to do she rewrote the script, and the script was close enough that I agreed with it and was going to get her to do it. But then Debbie got called to write direct Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder and
Uh,
He's a
Mm.
Nanny. And, after 7 years, I'm like, I can't keep letting you be the only option for this book. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to pull it from Debbie. So those
That's
are the two.
that sentence you just said. That's why I had to pull it from Debbie. That is wow. We're literally looking at somebody who had to take her stuff back from Debbie Allen because she said Debbie was like, "You hold my stuff. I need to get it done, sister.
Yeah.
Would you let somebody else do it if
Oh
they
yeah.
came
Yeah.
correct?"
If I would not, in fact, during that time, I didn't have that's when I got my entertainment attorney after the fact.
mm,
Now we put a time limit on it.
Mhm.
We'll go back we see you trying to do it in good faith. We will renew the option. But when you got it, nobody else can get it. Somebody who may really want it and got the money to do what needs to be done, but is tied up with you now. So now they got to
mhm.
pass on it. So
Yeah.
yes, um, my books, because like I said, when I wrote these books, I never thought they would be made into movies. So, but I don't want them made into movies if it's not going to be by the book. And I know
Mhm.
from making my own movie, Truly Everlasting, you would never get
Mhm.
100% because of the introspection in the person's head. You got to show it visually. So you may see scenes that really wasn't in the book, but we needed to do it for you to know what the plan was.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
typically, I got an entertainment attorney and I have turned down a lot of stuff. And I can see myself the way with the present climate it is now. Um, you have one person or one millionaire that's buying everything, CNN, and he wants the movies the way they want it to portray blacks in a negative light, and I will not
Mhm.
do because the script they sent back to me or the way they present it back to me, they want to go back to showing us not as intelligent and in good
Mhm.
developing relationship. They want us to be how people perceive us, the stereotypes. Where if we got money, it's because somebody pulling in drug money or whatever. That there can't be any Madeiras. What was Jake doing? You know,
Mhm.
Mhm.
that wanted Mama Laverne book, Madeiras book. It was hard for them to understand that the Madeiras, and I explained how they got the land. But they say, no, we got to show this. We got to show. No, you showing that because you want people to believe that black people can't have anything unless they stealing or killing for it. And that's not
Mm.
what it is. That's
Yeah.
not the way it is.
Yeah.
If you go back to our history, we had stuff before y'all took it away. We had Black Wall Street. Okay. So, I mean, Carolina Cole, you know, they're asking me, is it only black people? No, it's multicultural. Live there in
Mhm.
Catalina Cove. It's next to Louisiana. French,
Mhm.
you got the Bayou, the Indians, the African
Mhm.
Americans, the Cajuns, the, why can't we be multicultural? And
Yeah.
Catalina Cove, that's why I enjoy writing Catalina Cove. And people enjoyed reading. I had both white and black readers because they knew, oh yeah, Louisiana, where's Catalina Cove? I'm in Louisiana. I'm in New
Mhm.
Orleans. How can I get there? It's not for real. Not real place, okay? But yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the books what I think I would want to those two.
And I think it's safe to say that nobody knows how to write a series like you. You touched on it a little earlier, just how you're able to interconnect people that when you started writing one book, you didn't think they were gonna get a book. Would you say
Mhm.
there's like a favorite family or a favorite series that you've written?
I think the Madeira is gonna always be my go-to because they were my first, my babies, and I never
Mm-hmm.
intended. And Nora Roberts, one thing as a writer, and I know new authors don't do, they don't attend a lot of workshops or they don't attend a lot of conferences that teach the craft.
Mhm.
They attended to because their favorite author's gonna be there and they want the book signed. I'm talking about other authors, not the readers, because I understand the readers going for that reason. But for me, an author needs to, and not that I think they need to take a writing class, because I never took a writing class before I wrote. It's a God given gift. But you need how to perfect your craft.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
took classes under Nora Roberts. And one thing Nora Roberts said, write connecting books. Because if you
Mhm.
write book number 10 and you write it in such a way and people find, wait a minute, this book number 10, there's a family of these, they're going to go back and buy the other 9 books. So it's
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
a money maker. But I had people tell me, other authors tell me, girl, you crazy. Why would you continue to write about the same group of people? And I
Mhm.
y'all wasn't in Nora Roberts' class. I was in Nora Roberts' class and I okay. I listened. And now like y'all reading Tonight and Forever. Tonight and Forever get new readers. Why? Because
Mhm.
they picked up one of the most recent books, Spilling the Tea, and found out, wait a minute, it's 23 more books out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Start from the beginning and start reading. So that's cha-ching, that's money.
No, because to be a
No lies.
reader and come across an author and you find out that there's 23 books preceding the one you're reading and you don't have to wait
Oh my
and
God,
you
you don't have
can
to
binge
wait.
read. Oh my God, to be able to binge read a nice, deep, long series. Like, I love it real bad. I
Yeah.
do.
Mhm.
I love to discover an author has a nice, robust back catalog that I can get lost in.
And that's what readers write me and say, Lord, you got 40 some Westmorelands? And I say, yep,
And I
you
want
know
every
what
last
order they
40 of
in?
them.
Go to my website. I even tell you what order to read them in so you
Mm-hmm.
don't miss a beat. I I do that. And you're right, because my 150 books are always moving. Always. That's why Harlequin won't give me the titles back because they put them in
They're still
book,
making money.
change the
Yeah.
cover. People say, you got a new I ain't got nothing to do with that. Harlequin changed the cover to the book. Couple of times they have even changed the titles to the book. So my thing of it is, but I'm okay because I'm telling you, go to my website, you get
Mhm.
information free, and you could, like you say, read the book. Pick your
Yeah.
favorite Westmoreland. I'm sure everybody got a favorite Westmoreland. Everybody got a favorite Madeiras. And when Bang should have been the 15th book, not the 30th book or whatever he was. But then I had to stop and write the Seals books. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mhm.
Harlequin said, oh, Seals are hot now. I said, well, Bane is a seal. Please write his friends. So I'm like, well, what about the others? I had to write Bane. I had to throw in some seals, Viper and Flipper and all of the Mac and all of Bane friends Then, then I wrote Bane book. I wrote Bane before I wrote his friend's book. But Bane's
Yeah.
Mhm.
book was years in coming, and I was ready to write. Hell, I was ready to get him and Crystal together. I was tired of Bane looking sad and lost. Oh, you
He
know,
say enough of this
Sad
shit.
and loss is so crazy.
but hey, I love my Bane. I love my badass Bane. I don't care what nobody say bad. I saw Bane grow from a young man to a military man, a proud
Mhm.
who was ready to kick. He was still ready to kick ass, but for his country and for Crystal. He
Mhm.
did,
Mhm.
Mhm.
he did not play.
Mm-mm.
So speaking of the Medeiros, because we love them down, wanted to say from Tonight and Forever with Lauren, really, and Chandra will tell you this because she told me I was crazy, but there's a particular scene where
Okay.
where she just makes up this whole scenario in her head about Justin and like how they can be together forever because he's still waiting on his perfect woman, and like she really just pulled this out her butt. Like nobody told her this, she just told herself that. Self-sabotaging. My boo. I felt seen when I read that. We working on it. Anywho, Chandra, fix your
I'm sorry.
face.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we working on it. I'm sorry.
We've
Mhm.
noticed, of course, that there are a couple books under the pen name Lauren Medeiros. So how has it been stepping into the YA space, and what made you choose to write under her name?
Laura Medeiros, oh God.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
That has been a dream of mine for a long time. But I was going to write a series of little kids book called The Kente Kids because
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I got the trademark for years. My son keep renewing it for me about the Kente Kids. So there was going to always be a Lauren Medeiros series of books, and it was going to be the African kids called the Kente Kids. That because I said on in the book they had a TV show, but we wanted to go on that far. But we were going to at least make them little kids books for the 4, 5, and 6 year olds and all of that. And that got put on the back burner because I was writing the adults book. And when I
Mhm.
finally decided, you know what? It was when after Christy and Alex got married, and that was another one of my favorite books because I was ready for Christy and Alex to get married, okay? Ready for them to, Alex to wake up and smell the coffee. And I kept saying, you know what? Their first child was a girl, AC, Alexandria Christina. I say this girl gonna grow up to be a chip off the old block. Her daddy is this, her mama is this. And one day I was up in the attic cleaning up the attic, and I came across my son's Nancy Drew books. Nancy Drew. They used to be Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew when they were
Mhm.
growing up. And I had a lot of people my age who was keeping their grandkids. And they're big. Like, these kids don't read. They want to just sit in front of the game and play the game. They don't go outside. They don't. So I said, well, my boys like being inside reading Nancy Drew. And, so it came to my mind, introduce a black Nancy Drew.
Mm.
Like, oh, so who better to be a black Nancy Drew than Krista and Alex girl? But I had to wait for her
Mhm.
to grow up, and then it's like
Mm.
taking forever. So I had to advance her age for the Lauren Medeiros book. And when I wrote that book, I knew I said, now look, the people that gonna read it is these old people, yeah. They gonna buy it, but their grandkids may never see it because they are part of the Medeiros group, not their
Yes.
kids. They got to say, okay, You want to know what grandmama reading? Well, I'm reading the older generation. Here go you read this.
That's fair.
So, but I didn't want the kids to think they could read a Brenda Jackson book because I said, "See, I want to go read Brenda Jackson or go to the store and buy a Brenda Jackson book." And like, what is it? So I wanted to write it under a different name. I gave myself the Lauren Medeiros pen name because Lauren was a children author
Yep.
to me, and she was part of the Medeiros family. So that's how I had to separate myself from writing Lauren book, writing Brenda Jackson book. So I explained to Shay, I won't ever do a book signing for Lauren Medeiros because kids may say, "Oh, you look like that lady on my mama other book."
Let me go on over here and read this like we did.
Yeah, let me go. It's the same lady. Let me go read this. So I'm trying to keep them separate. I even was gonna pay my little niece. Well, she's not niece. She's in her 30s to be the face of my Lauren Medeiros. But she would have gotten too carried away with it and really thought she was Lauren Medeiros.
Lauren, okay, understood. Yeah.
After a while, I thought I was like, "You are not Lauren Medeiros." She would have played the part too well. Put it that way.
Would have been like, well, when I wrote these books, I was just in a particular
think-
headspace.
Ma'am, you are just a face.
I think it's funny that you were intentional about like, okay, I'm gonna write YA under this different name because I don't want these little kids looking up Brenda Jackson. Meanwhile, me, the little kid, 12 years old. Okay, 12 years old in the public library. I said, "Oh, it's Black people on the cover. I'm absolutely reading this."
I know.
Okay.
And
That
when
was
people
our
like,
only
show up at my
criteria.
book signing, what do I say? What would you do?
What you doing reading that?
At that age, my son didn't even. They knew if my stuff was spread out on the table, they better pass by.
And I was reading it. I was gonna continue to read it, and I thought I was getting away with it. I thought I was getting away with a lot of stuff. It wasn't until I told my mama that I was about to go watch a show that a book had done turned into a show. She was like, "You're actually not gonna do that because I know what's going on over there." And I was like, "Oh, who told you about that? Who told you that's on my shelf right now?" Because of Black expressions. Shout out to them. So,
But
I got a lot of y'all books.
And I know we wasn't supposed to be reading some of the stuff so young, but then when you look back, you realize you saw a lot of healthy Black love depicted in these books, right? And inadvertently, like you take out a little bit of the intimacy, like the overarching theme is that Black women deserve to be loved wholly and properly, and they can be imperfect and still get all of that. Like that's why we really need people to like readers to understand their history with these books, right? It's not just you trying to get rich. You want to write a book or you want no. What are you giving readers? What are you showing them when you put those words on the page? And so we were young, but they were having healthy relationships in these books.
Yeah.
Like the women wasn't just taking anything, the men wasn't just giving anything. They were falling in love and they were living happily ever after. And in the series, you get to see them inadvertently through other books, and you like they still hanging in there. Oh, she gonna have another baby? Oh yeah, we need an update on them. Like the wheels start turning in your mind.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't have been reading it, but I'm glad we were reading it.
Damn,
Well,
it might have made me a little bit delusional.
Yeah. I appreciate you for saying that.
Yeah.
But this young lady over here, you the one that said you was charging stuff your mama Black expressions. Was you the one?
I was.
Nah.
Okay. Now I don't know if that lady be listening to this show, but I absolutely had figured out the information I needed so I could do the Black expressions so I could get the books. And I distinctively remember this is like after this she let me get away with a lot of stuff after my dad died, because my dad died when I was 12. And I remember she was like, "Why you got a package at the door?" Huh? I was when I had got my hair done, I had seen the thing in the magazine. I signed up. And she was like, okay. But when she saw it was booked, she just let it slide, because my mama know how I am when it come to reading. I've always been a reading lady. So like, did I do something stupid? Yes. Did I get away with it? Yes. So we're just
But
gonna
it all worked out in the end.
And legend has it.
Stand for it, right?
huh?
Yo, who was who was paying the bill for it?
Her
So,
mama.
so what had happened was
What had happened
So what
was
had
I
happened
was
was
stealing.
I had figured out the check-in. The people, my granddaddy was sending me checks every year for my birthday, so I figured out the routing and accounting information and stuff. Anyway, girl, it don't matter. It's okay.
Legend
Fraud.
has it that your mama still has a balance with Black Expressions to
Yeah,
this day.
I
Let me
mean, she
tell you.
might do.
You was getting the books in hardback. You probably got copies in hardback.
I literally do. I had stuff in the hardback copies, and she was like, "Girl, what is going on? You got stuff coming to this house every month." And I'm like,
And hey, Amazon did not exist then. So hey, what
they did it.
They did
They did
not.
not.
I literally did it. But how else was I supposed to read you and Beverly Jenkins and Donna Hill and Rochelle and Frank? How else I was supposed to get the books? That lady wasn't giving me no balance. She already she knew how I got when it came to these books. So it's okay, Mama, if you listening, sorry. Okay, my bad, girl. I done paid it back. Okay, I done bought you a dinner or something. You done got
A dinner or something is crazy.
A dinner or something.
Right.
She done got something back from me. Okay, good grief. I'm not about to play with y'all. Where my fan at?
Because Nachi was committing fraud at the tender age of 12.
Right.
Like
Without
illegal.
the routing and the check-in.
It's my
Ooh.
granddaddy's fault. Ain't nobody told him send me checks for my birthday every year and teach me how to do banking. Okay, it's his fault. Talk to that dead man.
Not you blaming your granddaddy for committing fraud.
Hello?
Not you done set the bus on top of his grave. Let that man rest. He didn't ask for none of this.
He
did
gotta
not.
get something. It's everybody. He was the teacher. Everybody wanted me to be all smart and literary. Okay, it's their fault. So they gotta deal with the consequences.
And felonish. But whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because how many hundreds of dollars of books you went? It was over
Oh
that
my
limit.
God.
I
Where they
feel like
charge-
what's the next question? What's the next question? You're not about to get me.
Right.
Is there a statutory limitation on this?
You're not getting me
Hello?
caught up in
Can
nothing.
you-
What's the next question? Hello? What's the number
Okay.
for 911?
Aside from Shonda and her fraudulent behavior, we have been talking about all your series, all your different characters and whatnot. What do you think has contributed to having longevity in the romance space?
because readers still believe in romance. I think as long as I have dedicated readers, and as long as not just me, but as long as there are dedicated romance readers, then romance is going to live on. I think some people are like, oh, you don't have to have a happy ending. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. And I don't even get into the madness, because that's what it is, madness. I write. I don't change my formula. I write what I feel. I write the heroes that I want to write about, the heroines I want to write about. I write the continuation series I want to write about. To say that I have 40 some books in one series, the Westmoreland, and 23 or 24 and another, the Medeiros, and whenever one thing I don't say, my series has ended. It will never end as long as readers gonna read it.
Yeah.
You know, some people say, I'm going to just die, kill them all off. Then people won't ask me about them. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. People know they're going to get old eventually. And once in a while, I have to remind people who write me and say, wait a minute, are we going to get a book about Clayton and Anita's daughter? Yeah. But remember, when she get old, her dad and mama get older. You
Yeah.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
granddaddy and grandmama get older. Mama
Mhm.
Laverne is gonna be dead, you know. So I take my time and age
Mm.
them gracefully. Cause Mama Laverne, I don't even tell people her age anymore. Cause this lady, I say she 90 something. Mama Laverne in Christie books gonna be celebrating her 100th birthday soon.
Okay.
So not Christie book, but in the YA book. Because remember the
Mm-hmm.
YA book advanced 5 years because
Mm.
spilling the tea, AC was only 10. Now she's 15 in the YA book. And Mama Laverne, I had to make the decision whether she's gonna be just gonna mention her, let her be going to see her glory, or how I'm gonna do this. And then I say, look how many Madarises I still got to get together before Mama Laverne go. It's gonna take up more than 5 years to do that. So that's why she's still here, but she's not trying to play matchmaker to that generation.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's already laid the seed for all.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I know one of Clayton's kids gonna marry Garwood,
Mhm.
Kyle Garwood kid. Everybody gonna marry one of Kyle kids because he got so many.
You got so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say
Everybody,
that.
Jake kid gonna marry Kyle, one of Kyle kids, because he got so many to go around. So I think what keeps it going is the readers who want the story, who fall in love with the family, who even when I write a new series, somehow it connects to the old series. Like the new series I'm gonna introduce next year, which is the what is it, Mountain Lake Skate series is gonna be part
Mhm.
of the Steels because Tiffany is gonna marry into that family. Um,
Mm.
you know, because if you read Christmas with the Steels, you know how that ended. She
I
ended
love the
up
steals.
into the Dr. Bohannon, whose
Mm-hmm.
brother
Mhm.
and family owns the Mountain Lake Escape. So that's going to be the pilot book for that series, a Steel book. You know, she's going to marry into that book. So as long as I have readers that tell me they want my books, and that they're interested in reading, I'm gonna continue to write as long as God give me fresh ideas, good ideas that I can continue to grow as a writer. Because I don't think no writer should never say think they can't grow or learn something new.
Mhm.
Mm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
author, that's why I love listening to young authors, and Shay is connecting me to young authors to not only explain myself as a legend, for them to
Mhm.
understand where I'm coming from, but to see where they coming from and see can we understand each other. Because me and Beverly always said we are, and Beverly 2 years older than me. I'm 73, she's 75. At some
Mhm.
point, we won't be able to hit this keyboard like we want to. And we want to know that there are authors ready to pick up and run with it and
Mm-hmm.
still tell the stories that should be told, romance stories that should be told. So,
I love that. And you
Really
Yeah.
do too.
just you called yourself a legend, so I'm glad that you understand that that is what you are. But like, what does it mean to you to be considered a legend of Black romance?
to me, it's an honor. To me, it means that the work I've done is speaking for me now.
Mhm.
If I
Mhm.
lay down tomorrow, I'll have 150 novels out there that represents me. and that I believe in lifting up while climbing, but they got to want to be lifted up. I've
Ooh,
Mhm.
had
Oh,
authors that say, "You can't tell me nothing. I got this, and I know when to back up." Okay,
they told you
because
that?
you write
That's
you, boo,
crazy.
and I write me. And old lady, leave. I've had somebody tell me that
Who told? Send me
excuse
their name.
me?
from
Send me
the
You
their
know
next
what?
That's
name.
crazy to me.
Send me
We
their
gonna
generation.
get in there.
name.
And I
Send
want
me
you
their
We're
name
gonna
on a
talk
to
to
piece of
know
them.
it's
paper. I don't
like
like
we're
that.
from the old generation. We finna move this forward with a new kind of romance.
The definition never
Let it
changed.
go. You have to
Right.
let it go because they'll find out you have readers that don't want to shift. They want
Mhm.
the typical romance story. They grew up
Mhm.
on
Mhm.
Cinderella and all those happy ending type stories after a hard day at work and hearing all. They want the escape. And I tell people this is for entertainment purposes. You know,
Mhm.
no, I don't
Mhm.
know any of these people in real life. They from my imagination. But
Mhm.
for
Mm.
the period that you're reading the book, it's okay to fall in love with Ashton, Sir Drake.
Mhm.
It's okay
Mhm.
that the Sheik is your book romance book hero. It's okay
Mhm.
because it's your escape to deal with all the other crap out there. You know,
Mhm.
I had family members and we're in World War III. We bump. Hey, y'all do y'all, boo. I'm finna still stay in my romance because I need that right now. I
Yeah.
don't,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know what's happening. Don't get me wrong. I know the craziness in the White House and whatever, but I got to think of love and romance while
Mhm.
I'm writing this book. I can't think about
Absolutely.
all of that. The hate,
Mhm.
because I got to be filled with love to bring it what I feel to paper for you to read. So
Mhm.
being
And
a legend, and I appreciate Shay, who because if like we was gonna be becoming dinosaurs, nobody remembered us, knew us, or cared. And with Shay Raw event where she honors the legend, she's bringing us out now. Like you better pick their brain while you can,
Mhm.
Mhm.
because there's a time when we will not be here. And we love it when people call us and interview us because they want to know what we were thinking, how we were thinking, how we want to see things move on. So I'm proud to be a legend. I'm proud to
absolutely.
say that I am the first Black woman to make the New York Times as a romance writer. I'm the first Black woman to make the USA Today as a Black woman for romance. Period.
Period.
That's in
Come on
history.
now.
That's something no one can ever take away. That's part of the Black history. Look it up.
Yeah.
I'm there. It's not anything that I'm boasting about. I'm just proud of it because I paid the way. And a
But
Mhm.
you also
while
should boast
they
about
didn't
it.
even think we read books enough to
Mhm.
want. It's only when they saw, wait a minute, Black women buying books. Then
Mhm.
Mhm.
we went to what? Barnes and Nobles and the Walden Books. Now they're trying to ban our books. Now we got to go back to the bookstores. They
Mhm.
gave us our start. So we can't even get in Barnes and Noble and to grocery stores and
Mhm.
all of that. So we
Yeah.
DEI now, whatever. But, so we just have to appreciate, and I do appreciate my readers for keeping me out there, keeping me focused, and keeping me relevant because it's because
Yeah.
of you all that I am relevant.
And I do want to say, I know you're not gonna slide us that name because you are just so very graceful. I know I follow you on social media, and it's just always positivity that you put back into the world. But if you ever wake up one night and you take a sip of water and say, you know what, that person that talked to me like that need to get cussed out, I'm a true cusser. Let me tell you something. I can string some words together that would
Candace.
make the devil
Not
Candace.
blush.
Candace on this
Okay.
line. Like, Miss Brenda, I
Li-
cuss
This
real
lady.
good.
no,
Send me the
listen.
name.
I
No,
would make
she trying to be the mad person that Keegan Mike and Q was
Right,
no
saying.
Obama.
that may listen. I can string some words that'll make Satan blush. He'd be like, "My
Ooh,
God, today,
please. I
huh?
like that
Please.
line. I'm gonna use it.
Please do, please
What did you
do."
say? What say it?
I can string some words together that will make Satan blush.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait a minute.
She said, "Hold on, let me write this down real
Wait
quick."
a minute. What I do now, I go to my I send myself a text message and then I print record.
yeah.
I like
I
that.
can string some words together that will make even Satan curse. And
Make
then
him
I
blush. He'd
send
be
that to
embarrassed too.
myself. And
Make
when
Satan
I
blush.
no, oh, make Satan blush. Okay, wait a minute. Make
Yeah.
Satan blush. Okay, let me
No, because as a new
make
author, right?
Satan
Screaming.
blush.
Make them blush. Look at all that cussing. Heck yeah. Gotta get them right together.
And I like to throw little things in my book. Um,
Oh my God.
I remember one time that I was with this guy who we were in a business meeting setting, and his phone started ringing, but it wasn't a regular ring. It was Santa Claus saying, ho, 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 and I'm like, what is that? I said, why do you have a Santa? He said, no, that's my ringtone that this girl keep calling me, and that was she,
Okay.
oh, oh, oh. I'm
Okay.
like, what? And then there was a girl who uh had her phone. When I told her about it, she said, yeah. She said, watch, I'm gonna show you. Her phone was barking like a
Cause he a
dog.
dog
The
ass nigga.
dog. This
Woo.
guy is I said, when did he dare just to block they call? Why give him a
Mm.
ringtone? She said, cause he my ex-husband and he may be
Ooh.
calling for the kids. So
Oh my God.
I said,
I,
that in a book. And I
Okay.
did, I can't
I,
think which book it was, but I put both of those in the book. I did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So whenever
no,
I
because
get good little things like that, so yeah. So when you see,
well,
you can say, I gave that to Miss Jackson.
yeah,
I'm not about
no,
to play
Yeah.
with y'all.
no, because it's important as a new author, less than a year since my debut release, that you get a
Congratulations.
chance to sit. Thank you. You get to sit down with legends, and they give you knowledge to keep you from making big mistakes in your career that are costly.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Because
Mhm.
we're in a microwave world right now where everybody wants everything really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And you make a lot of mistakes and you run into a lot of people looking to scam you out of your money, out of your intellectual property. And having knowledge from your legends stops you in your tracks.
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes you realize all money is not good money. You
Right.
don't have to take every deal on the table.
Right.
You don't have to work with every editor. You don't have to do this. You don't have to rush to be traditionally published. You can have several books written before that deal comes through.
Right.
Mhm.
So, I mean, it's a huge honor, and so I don't understand anybody brushing off a legend because
Well, Shani,
there's a lot of
It
groundwork
doesn't make
laid for
sense to
us.
me.
brushed
It's
me. Now, she didn't brush me off. She basically was very. Uh,
disrespectful.
Mhm.
that's what I said at first. But I said she was telling me how she felt. So young people will tell you how they felt.
And
So
she was wrong.
Mm,
I'm
We
like,
need
she
to
Yeah.
bring back.
was.
We need to
Yeah.
bring whoopings
I
back.
know now
We
to
done
stay
spared the
in my
rod and spoiled
lane.
a lot of childs.
All right.
Sometimes we have to stay in our lane. Everybody don't want our advice unless they
Correct.
ask me for
That's
it. I don't give it. I don't give it
yeah.
because you know that was, I'm not going to say traumatic for me. It was just surprising. I was trying to give
Mm.
her information that I thought would help her. and she saw it as me trying to tell her what to write, how to write. Nobody read my stuff anyway. I'm old school. There's a new school on the block. And so
I'm Miss Brenda,
That's
I'm so sorry.
disrespectful.
I need that
No.
name. I'm gonna need the name.
Yeah.
I
And
need
then
the name.
even
Cause that's crazy to me but I do think, to your point, I think that a lot of people or a lot of new authors are coming into the space thinking that, like you said, they're recreating the wheel or that they're doing something for the first time.
yeah,
No, this
you
stuff
not.
has been happening in books for forever. Like we
Forever.
have trope, like there's a trope. There are tropes for a reason because people go back to that, and it's
Yeah.
not just in romance. It is quite literally in every
Every
genre. There are going to be some kind of trope or a subgenre, something like it. There are going to be tropes. So I think that a lot of people don't appreciate our legends because in their mind they are the first to do something. Like there is a conversation online that, oh, this author has stolen this character name from another author. Hello, I don't know if y'all know, but there's been a Dex since 1996. I don't know if y'all know that. Like, so it be stuff like that where I'm like, y'all are not the first person to do something. But if you tell them that they need to go back and read people that come before them, it doesn't even have to just be in contemporary romance.
right.
If you write urban fiction, read the predecessors of urban fiction. They get pissed at you for suggesting things like that.
Yeah.
And it is crazy to me that you don't want to look at people who have done this well before you came into the game.
Right.
No, like
You are
30
still in the
plus
space.
30 plus years, but also if you can't listen, what do you think is going to happen when you go knocking at the door for traditional publishing or for those sought out editors? You have to be able to take constructive criticism because sometimes what's good in your mind is not always good on that paper.
Right.
And it takes somebody who reads saying, you know what, I see what you were trying to do, but maybe let's tweak it a little bit because those publishers, especially with new authors, they can get real.
Brutal.
I'm the boss and you the worker.
Yeah.
So I mean, good luck. Well, not good luck to that lady. Whatever to that lady. We appreciate all
Peace
of
and blessings.
all the gems, all the advice from legends because you have been writing longer than some people can even retire
Are
from a career.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I remember
Yeah.
you saying you did 37 years at State Farm. So you retired from a job and you have enough years in as a writer to retire from being a writer if you so choose to. That is not by chance or by luck.
Right.
That is by quality of work and penmanship.
I
Just want
also
to
want
say
people
that.
to realize that, like Candace just said, Miss Brenda was still working her 9 to 5 for 30 some odd years before she felt comfortable enough to retire and live off of this. So slow and steady will win the race.
Now
I
that's the
want to tell
conversation
that
I
to
would like to
people.
have, Miss Brenda, because I'm dying.
Look, hello. How did you do it? Because
How? Because I be sometimes getting up. I say, do I really got another 17 years in me for this job? Father God, today, please, I just want to go sit down and write while my kids are at school, and I got to go and work this 9 to 5. So that's the real conversation I'm trying to have. How you did that? Because as soon as one or two of my books hit, I'm gonna start looking like, is it worth it? Because I'm tired right now. They working me.
I'm about to play with y'all. Now, with you having a long and successful career, since we're talking about new authors, what would you say is the biggest lesson or piece of advice that you would share with new authors? Romance, however, just Black authors in general coming into the space.
Respect. I think unfortunately, when Beverly, and Rochelle, and Donna, and all of us were coming up, we formed a cohesive pack. And Francis, we were all for one and one for all. And when one made it, you think we all made it. We
Mm.
promoted each other because they didn't give us no promotion package. We promoted each other. We were happy for each other. Now it seems to be a fighting war going on between authors. Is no sisterly love, no authorly love out there. And I will always, my belief is if God has it for you, it is
It's
for
for
you.
you.
For you.
He
Yes.
has
Mm-hmm.
for Candace may not be for me. What he has for Francesca may not be for me. Your time coming if the Lord has it for you. It may be
Yes.
after me. So I do not begrudge anybody's success because to begrudge their success, I'm telling God, you made a mistake in making them successful. And I don't believe
Mm.
he makes mistakes. So I'm glad my time will eventually come. I was just blessed to be twice the first to do the New York Times, USA Today, and a couple of more things. But that's because it was in God's plan for me to do it. Had it been
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
someone else, I would have been clapping and up there cheering because
Absolutely.
sometimes people can mess up their blessings that God may have for them by not being happy about somebody else's blessings. And I'm seeing a
Absolutely.
lot. I don't be around a lot of new authors, but I've gotten off a lot of the authors' social media because it's all
Mm-hmm.
about me, 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 me. You know, me read this, read me. If you don't read me, you don't write a book. If you got a AI cover on your book, you not supporting other black. What? You don't tell people what to do.
Mm.
So you have to, if you like, I found out unless they ask for advice, you don't give it. But and I found that out through the young lady who I was trying to give advice to help her out. But at some point, I think what I regret, and I talk to Bev all the time. Hopefully, someone will come out, and be a positive in all of this. That's younger. Somebody, it got to be somebody. So far, I haven't seen too many because I don't know a lot of authors. So don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say there's not somebody out there that can lead the pack, but it seemed like everybody, the ones that I've come in contact with or I see, and I don't know everybody, but it's if I get it, then I got it, and you get it the best way you can. Well, we were
Mm.
always lifting each other up and stuff.
Mhm.
And that's what I would.
If I could recommend somebody, because they sitting right in this call, who I think in terms of contemporary romance, I think it's Fran. Like if I had to put a contemporary romance author's book in your hand who's new and fresh, it would be Fran. She writes, it makes you swoon.
Mhm.
It makes
She's very
you
poetic.
She's very poetic. It makes you be like, "Oh, I wish I was the heroine. That's my man now. That's
Do
our
you
man.
write
We're
under
sharing
your
him."
name, Francesca? Francesca?
I I write under DH Renfro.
We'll send you her
Don't
books.
worry. We'll
Listen,
send you her
We'll
books.
send
send you her
We
her.
books.
got it.
I
Don't
wasn't
worry.
I
trying to
got
We'll
real
get
derail,
stuff in
it.
here now.
but
Hold
I
on.
just it's nothing to be nervous about. We've all
It's
read the
not.
books. You know, and this is me as her friend, so I'm not even biased. Because if I don't like something, if it stink, it stink, and we just gonna act like it never happened. We're
Never
not gonna
happened.
ruin the friendship. It never happened between us as friends, but I anticipate Fran's books and releases
Oh,
as her friends. So
Thank you.
if you was looking for somebody new and upcoming,
please do, because I started
I will send them.
every so and I don't know, is it once a month? I start BJ Corner, a BJ bookshelf, and I started it yesterday. And
I saw.
yeah, you know what I do, because I don't have time to read a lot of books. But when I'm in my quiet moment trying to zone down and whatever, that's when I may pick up a book. And so this was a YA book. And I'm like, oh, okay, this was written by not a grown up, by a young girl. So
Mhm.
mom sent me the book and I read it. I'm like, what? Because I was writing at 14. So a lot of her stuff, to me, a lot more advanced than I was, because basically people got a lot more stuff. You know, I had to go to the library, learn the Dewey Decimal System and all of that. Now you could
Mhm.
stay at your house,
yeah.
ask Google AI, what do I do with this? And you get everything. So the book was good. And so I told Shay, how can I get the word out there? And she said, just start a BJ bookshelf where every
Book on, yeah.
so often you read a book. But I can't do it every week because I don't read a book every week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I only
But
read
you
a
could do it
book.
when you can.
Yeah, but I believe in lifting while climbing. I'm still climbing, but I want to go back and lift someone. Because me and Bev talk about all the time. People think we don't write fast enough. I write faster than Bev. Bev only write 2 books a year. I'm writing fast 5. But people tell us, y'all don't write fast enough. No, y'all need to be reading other people.
And
We
then
ain't the only 2 people writing.
you better
Oh,
say that.
Hello,
That is something
somebody.
that I want the people to know,
Hello.
because
Not
I
the
find
only
in the
2
space.
writing, or the only 3.
Yes.
It's other people
yeah.
writing while
It's
y'all
other
waiting
people.
on us. Y'all need to be writing. These people that say they got to have a book every day, a different book every week, they read that fast. Then let me throw a couple of your way that I enjoy. And if you like my book and if I recommend it, I'm hoping, because I enjoyed it, hopefully you will get it. Because it's
Yeah.
not just about me, Bev, Donna, and Rochelle. There are others out there,
Mm-hmm.
new and upcoming. I'm
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
not going to put anything out there that I didn't enjoy. Because
Correct.
Miss Jackson, one on
Well,
love making in
I
this
hope,
book.
yeah.
Well, you know
I
what
hope the
we
people
like,
understand.
you know. So I try to give them, it ain't got to be every love. If it's a beautiful love story, I'm like, it don't always have to be love making in a book. That's
No.
what I
Mm-hmm.
put in a book, because I'm a very visual, physical person. No,
Mm-hmm.
don't we need to do some research, Ryan, for your new book? You know, so hey,
Talk about it.
you-
I hope the girls are listening to this episode. My God,
Especially,
today.
and also I want to say that Little Birdie says that D.H. Renfro will be at a featured author at Black Romance Book Fest.
As
And
well
that
as
she
Stephen
will have
Barnes.
and that
Right.
she will
Like
have she will have she I might have a copy of her books in my pocket to just slide you. It could be it don't gotta seem shifty, like how I'm selling my daughter's Girl Scout cookies, because I be sliding those
Shifty
I
is
was
cookies
gonna say
like
you
a
crazy.
are you
drug
are
dealer.
turning this into a drug deal. It's just a
I
It
book.
do
don't
it
have to be
I
I
can
that.
do
just
it
start
I
coming
do
to
it
It
with the
you.
don't have to be
cookies.
that. It don't have to be
I
that.
do it with the cookies. It gives it flavor. It elevates
No,
it.
I
You think
don't.
you
But we already said we were sending her the books. Now we don't have to
we
do
gonna
all
right.
of
make
that.
sure. Yeah,
She
we
can
gonna
have them before
no,
Black
let me
Romance Book
pull
Fest.
yeah. But if I gotta pull another one out my purse at Black
How many
Romance,
have
just
you
let me know.
written?
Huh?
4 books.
4? Okay.
Yes, the 5th one is actually I started with the series of brothers,
Mm-hmm.
the Porter brothers, and so
Mm-hmm.
the 3rd book in that series actually comes out in early May, so before Black
Oh,
Romance Book
okay.
Festival.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Had that thing on you.
I
Waiting on
Make
I
that.
sure you do
will
your thing. Okay.
because this is
Bring
surreal,
business
so thank
cards.
you.
Have you got business cards made up?
I don't
With
have
QR
Don't
back.
don't worry about it, Miss Brenda. I'm on her ass like white on rice.
Good.
Okay, you don't have to worry about it. She gonna have everything together
Okay.
I like
before she
yellow
get the Black
rice.
Romance
You
Book Fest.
want
I don't care what kind of rice you like. I don't care what kind of rice you like, you heifer.
why it couldn't be brown rice. I'm a brown girl.
I'm
Oh
on your
my.
waist.
Okay.
I'm on your waist.
That's what it
That's all
is.
that matters. Okay. Anyway, but also to speak to what Miss Brenda was saying, Alicia Walters is the daughter of Monica
Monica
Walters,
Walters.
right.
which we do love her in the indie romance space. So if you are wanting to read her daughter's book, it is Alicia Walters,
Mhm.
and the name of the book is Guilty Remains.
Mhm.
Okay, so make sure y'all get into that.
Yeah.
Get the people some love.
It has been stamped by approval by Brenda Jackson, which is like just
Okay.
enough.
The way I
Yes.
would change the cover immediately,
It would include that on my
And
cover.
it would
Brenda
be
Jackson
gonna-
said she liked it.
I will pull something out of the back. You know how they had the blurbs on the back? It's gonna have one of them little quotes off of Facebook
Oh
with
yeah.
Brenda Jackson at the bottom. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. I got a stamp of approval. I don't care.
Yeah.
So like, listen, Miss
Absolutely.
Brenda, I want to thank you personally for sitting down with us tonight and talking to us and just being yourself and providing us and other listeners with a lot of insight into the romance space. I thank you for closing out our Legends Month. It was so perfect for me for you to close out the Legends Month personally. Now listen, since we're recording, I want you to remember when I see you at Black Romance Book Fest that me and
Oh,
you are best
best
friends.
Best friend, Sean.
Best friend.
Best
Oh,
friends.
and y'all see, she said my name.
Best
Okay,
friends.
we're besties. Now remember that. Okay, so I'm about to tell my mama.
And I won't tell anybody how you frauded your mama out of her money.
Oh yeah, y'all besties for
Girl,
real.
you
She
know
one of
what?
your
Yeah.
best friends.
That's real
Say-
best friend
that's a best friend.
That's real best friend
Thank you,
energy.
you, best. Thank you, my bestie, for the restie. Okay, so like, I really want to thank you for joining us. I thank you for giving us some of your time. This is a little bit longer than we planned, but I don't care
That's
because you was talking.
okay.
So I was gonna let you talk.
I
Right? I was gonna let you
enjoyed.
do it.
I enjoyed it. I thank all of you for reading my book, knowing about my characters the way you do, and just for giving me
Yes.
part of your time. Should have been Friday night, but y'all even came back on a Saturday night and
Anytime
we was gonna
you wanted
talk
us,
to
we
you.
was showing
Listen,
up.
we was showing up.
We
I
was
don't care
showing
what
up.
I
Plans would
literally
be
said
canceled. We was
I
coming.
canceled my
Yes.
plans. I said, girl, we gotta re-record. I gotta be home by 7:30.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't have time for this. Like,
Yeah,
I told the
no.
people, I don't care. We want you here. If you want to come back, if you want to promote a book, you want us to talk about a book, you call us. Shay got our number.
I was
You
about
let
to
us know.
say, you was just talking about what's for us will be for us. This was for us, so we had to show up to be
Mhm.
here, to be present, to receive it. And we thank Shay because
Yes.
nobody doing what we doing.
If you need
And
a publicist that's a Black woman, you need to holler at Shay. If you're trying to figure out what her information is, you need to holler at me. Okay, I'm not just gonna put her information out there, but we'll pass it along. We might put it in the description box. She got a website because she's a professional lady.
a true professional.
She is.
And we're excited to see you at Black Romance.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Very, very
And
excited.
I did my cruise every other year, and last year I was on a cruise with my readers. So this year I'm in place. Next year I'll be on a cruise with my readers, but I go to
Yeah.
Alaska, and we'll be going in June 10th through the 17th.
I might have to see about that. Now I'm not gonna hold it because I am old enough to do stuff with Miss Brenda Jackson. Now I was not old enough to do it before.
I've
So
been
now
old
that I
enough.
know it's
I've been
stuff
old
out
enough
there.
to do a cruise. You gonna be having an all white party? Cause sign me up now.
Because Black people do love an all white party. So if
Love
you have
it.
one, baby, I'm gonna be there.
Love it.
Okay, I'm gonna be there. So we are
Dancing
excited
with
to
one
see
drink
you.
in my hand.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh, I feel like that was a shot because I like to have two. Anyway,
Ooh.
so Miss Brenda, where can the people find you? What events are you going to this
Oh
year besides
gosh,
Black
I'm
Romance Book
going
Fest?
to in fact I'm gonna put it up on my website under my events column next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm somewhere every month this year. In March, I'm in Vegas. In April, I'm in Chicago. In
Mm-hmm.
May, I'm in
Okay.
Atlanta with the Black Authors Conference. Is it Black
Mm-hmm.
Readers or Black Authors Conference?
Black
Romance.
books.
Romance Conference. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In June, my class reunion. I'll be out of high school 55 years. So I'm giving that for
A blessing.
A
in
huge blessing.
July, I'm at my family reunion, and I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico for Romance Writers of America.
Mm-hmm.
In
Okay.
August, I'm with a group of young authors in Pensacola. Shay-
I'll see you
Oh
there,
yeah, we'll see you
girl.
at Urban
I'm gonna see
Lit.
you there.
Oh,
Yes, that's right.
Pensacola. Okay, the first week
Mm-hmm.
in August, I think, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
August 1st and August 2nd.
Yes, that's where, Shay got me going there. And that's in August. In September, I'm at the Hard Rock Jazz Festival in Atlantic City. Shay
Mm.
is putting that part on. And then in October, I'm at Roth with Shay and Robin Carr and
Mm-hmm.
Elizabeth. Oh gosh, what's Elizabeth's name? I can't think of a lot of the legends. She want to honor legends, white and black. So she's
Mm-hmm.
open
Oh,
to all
okay.
legends. So we will be there to celebrate those legends with her. Yeah. And then
You got a busy
November,
year.
huh?
Very good.
And then November, I got another. I don't know what Shay just added to my calendar, but December is the only month because my son is coming from the Netherlands. And so I need to be in place. He's coming home for Thanksgiving at the end of November, and he's staying through the mid December, right before Christmas.
Mm.
That's my
Mm-hmm.
baby. He's 45. He'll be 46 this year. So mommy baby is coming home. So
Aw.
No.
No, that's
Oh.
right.
That's so cute.
yeah. And
I'm
trust me,
excited to see
after
you.
he's been here like 5 days, I'm like, now when you
He gonna be over it.
and when you going back? Because he tried to get
I
in my
was gonna say,
business. Want to know
I was
what
gonna say he gonna be in your business. You gonna want him to go home.
Yeah, I'm like, when you going back? You need to go now.
So get your
Oh,
books together. Get your books
yeah.
together. Bring
Now,
your books. Don't be musty.
Don't
question.
bring
Yeah.
too many books.
I
Be
was about to
polite.
say,
Be
now the question
considerate.
is, are you going to have any books for sale at Black Romance Book Fest?
See, I don't
I hope
know. I have never been there. Do they sell books there?
now, if you ain't planning on it, don't worry about it, okay? Because you are a
Well,
legend in the game. But you could put them at the bookstore. Now they do have bookstores that you can like have them sell your books, and you don't have to worry about it. You just sit at your table, look pretty, just like you do, and sign your books and talk to the people.
Oh,
That's
people
exactly
bring
what.
my books there to be
Yes,
yeah.
that's
signed.
exactly what.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
I don't know if you know. So there's one here. There's one here. There's a whole 2 or 3 shelves back here. Just Brenda. I got some over here. Now, clearly, I'm not gonna bring all my books for you to sign them, but I am gonna bring a couple of them.
Oh,
At least five.
I
Five.
got
I,
3.
I'm
Yeah, I was
gonna bring
definitely
5.
gonna bring about 3.
I
Okay.
got 3.
Yeah,
I tear
same.
them books.
Oh,
People
3.
roll
Okay.
in their
I'll bring
luggage your
3.
books. And I tell
Yeah.
them I will sign them. Just don't, hold up the person that just want one book. And then,
Correct.
I'll come back to you, whatever.
I'm gonna just bring my. Everybody's talking about 3. I'll just bring 3 for you to sign. It's okay, I
Well,
guess.
you're different. You should bring 5.
Yeah, bring what you
You
want to
should bring
bring.
5. That's your
You
best
should bring
friend.
5. That's your best friend.
She is
What
my.
other
Utilize
th-
that
what
Okay,
other
privilege.
two?
so
What do you mean these 3 books? What the other 2? What am I?
okay, babe. Okay, so also if I bring you a little button that say "Bestie for the Restie" with Chandra, just let it ride. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I'm about to stop this. Thank y'all so much for joining us. If you are still listening, we are going to be at Black Romance Book Fest in the media room as the Lit Library. Diamond, who is not here with us tonight, and Brianna will be the moderators for the Lit Library. Jaleesa is moderating the panel. She's going to be doing her author thing. We have CM Barnes and DH Renfro and Miss Brenda Jackson, who will all have signing times during the author portion. So make sure you come see them. And if you want to come hang out with me, I will be hosting the R&B Kickback with Pleasure P, and Jay Holiday is about to be a good time. So come join us for, stop laughing about that. Come join us for Black Romance Book Fest.
Ain't nobody telling
Y'all
him to
are,
do that.
Get your pre-orders in, because we're still new authors. I need you to pre-order.
absolutely.
Please
So
pre-order.
pre-order for CM Barnes. CM Barnes has special editions of her book. She has a book box, and baby, if you ain't bought it yet, I'm sorry about it, because it's look good and it's about to be sold out. She's doing a limited quantity. DH Renfro has her pre-orders available as well. Make sure you are tuned in for Trevor's book, What I'm Not, which comes out
What
in
I'm
May.
Not.
Stay tuned, because
and go
I
see
already know it's about
And
to
go
hit.
see my mama. She's vending. Okay, go see TLC Spice
Absolutely.
Blends. That's my
TLC
baby.
Spices is a vendor at Black Romance
Yeah, I'm
Book
dragging
Fest.
my mama with me. She's coming. We're on the road.
Yes. So
a family affair.
make sure y'all support the family. Everybody gonna be in action at Black Romance Book Fest. We will see y'all next week when we talk about
Love is a contact sport.
Yes, with
Mr.
Frederick Smith.
Frederick
Yes.
Smith.
Okay. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Peace out.
Bye.